Welcome to EVE Online. I'm Major Freak. Gonna plant another Astra house. I just, it's so easy for 6 account owner to pump out the planetary interactions, and it's really the only bottleneck is Straunt to making fuel, and I don't make much of it, but occasionally I'll make just enough, and it's just good enough to keep my guys running so easily. So I'll plant another one. And yeah, all the best stations in the area have my Astra houses underneath them, on the outside the undock. I've got a couple on the lowsec gates leading to the lowsec areas around that I utilize, and so that's taken care of. So I've got some on gates, I've got some on the undock, but I don't yet have I've got one on the high sec gate in Herrera, and it's facing it's behind the gate, but it's on the plane of the gate and pointing away. Now this one, the Stargate I want to plant it at, is intended to be able to look at the gate from, you know, you're on dock inside the station, you'll be able to look at the gate, but there's no the plane of the ecliptic, there's nothing really, watch me be wrong, there's nothing really on the plane that's useful. Watch me be wrong again. So yeah, see, it's kind of not really, it's kind of there, and then Shuri is over here that way, so it's not really conducive to me going in both directions that I want to go and watch the gate I want to look at. So it's, the undock's gonna be not really applicable this time. Normally I always try to keep my my Astra house aligned so that when you undock you can warp to the usual gate that you go to, and I've got another one in system right here, which is almost, well, it's still down a bit, but it's not. I'll let you have a look here. It's kind of, it's not crazy. This isn't a, it's not one of the regional gates, so it's not crazy off the ecliptic. So I really want to place it for the first time in a direction that when you enter the system, I'll show you what I mean by this. So if you're in tactical camera all the time, you won't be slaved to a camera angle in each system. You won't be slaved to the default camera angle in each system. You'll have independent camera. But if you're in orbit camera, like most people are, up close, and you jump into the next system, you'll go through this side of the gate and be pointing towards the other. They did this many years ago. They updated it so that you're pointing. See, I made a video about this. So you're pointing in the direction that came out of, so that if you go this way, that's to go out, and this is to come in. So I'm going to jump into the system, and I'll show you what I mean by default angle. So when we go in, we'll come in and we'll look out this way, because when you come into this system, this background right here, this starscape, that's what you look out every time when you're in orbit mode. And when you go into Bashakru, you will always be looking at this starscape. And I decided to send one of my guys 1,000 kilometers out, and I'm going to place, now when you place if you can only place it at least 1,000 kilometers away from something, and also that doesn't take into account your the radius of your dock ring, because it's 1,000 kilometers to the dock ring, and your dock ring is always going to be 90 kilometers around for the most of the smaller stuff like Astra houses and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it's bigger on the Fortizar, but don't quote me, I'm not sure. So what we're going to do is we'll have somebody, I'll go right to, well, I'll just look at my guy. He had 1,097 kilometers. Remember that not only do you have to be 1,000 kilometers away from the gate, but you need to be 5 kilometers away from any ship when you anchor it. So I fleeted up, and I'm gonna try it. I've never tried it before. I was like, oh, I'll have to get in my hauler and make sure I've got 8,000 on my noob account that I hasn't, you know, I've got, the only thing that's level 5 of is his upwell skills for defense. Yeah. Alright. So we'll get within range of him. And I'll get rid of range there. Okay. Yeah, minor freak. My oldest character. And I wanted to make Major Freak. Major Freak is my main. That's my handle on the internet forever. But unfortunately that name was taken by a beta account. So it was freed up a few years ago. A number of years ago, actually. Almost a decade ago. Alright, so here we are. What I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to launch Corp from the fleet hangar. I've never done this before. I'll probably have to go back and get the hauler I've got. Come on, work. I'm sure it would work, right? Yes! Cool. So I'm on a rookie ship, and I can do it. Cool. Okay, so now I always try to keep my tactical off the... So here we go. Alright. Now the nice thing about tactical when doing this, it's pretty nice. So where am I going to orient the... I would like to orientate it so when you launch, you're going to be looking in a certain direction, and I'm not sure what the default direction for looking is when you just log. So what I'll do is, now that I'm here, I don't need this guy anymore. Yeah, I don't want to show any account information. So what I want to do is, now that I'm here, and you've seen me, it's simple. You guys have anchored stuff before, so. There it is. Okay. So it has to be 5 from us. See? 1,000. And since it's not on the plane of the ecliptic, if you want it to go up at all, you have to move your ship a bit. So what we'll do... Yeah, it's pretty chancy, isn't it? So what we'll have to do is, like, keep moving this. Yeah, it'll be below. You can see it below. So that might be a good idea, but I like to be exact, right? And it's fun to show how you can play around with stuff. So I want to have that right here, right? So how am I going to do that? You can zoom and you'll move forward. the camera. So let's see now. How am I gonna do this? I'd need to go up a bit, right? So how far would I need to go up? I need to go to here, right? So what do you think? So I'd need to go like 19 up. But if I go 19 up, you see, I'll probably get too close. Like, Pythagoras and all that stuff. I'm sure the range to this range, the dock ring, will be too close and it'll go red. I'm assuming it'll turn red in a bit. Unless I was lucky and got just outside of that 1,000 kilometer range. So I wanted to go, it has to go right here. And that's nice to see. I've detached my camera. That's the nice thing about tactical. Okay, detached camera. Come on. Come on. A bit more. Well, I should go red right where I want it to be placed. Okay, that's good. Gonna close these. Don't need them. What do you think? Down a bit? Yeah, there. Yeah, why not, right? Okay, so it didn't go red. Yay! Let's see how we're doing here. So I'm gonna look at my ship to get back where I was, and oh, yeah, but my original is right there. There we go. Okay, thank God I had something there. Okay, so that is perfect. Right on. So where would we align to, though? And what I want to do is get the undock in a direction, like in the direction where when you undock after logging into the game, that when you undock, you're not facing the upwell. I always find that's annoying when you undock and your face is right up against the. No, it's not cool. When you want to launch, you want to be facing forward, right? Because that would be the natural way of looking. So I'll log on my other guy, figure out which direction he's facing, and then I can, the angle of the camera, not where the ship is facing, the angle of the camera, where the angle of the camera is, and then I'll orientate this as close as possible to that angle, and then I'll anchor. And of course, you guys know what the anchoring thing is. So yeah, that'll be fun. I will. Yeah, it's totally confirmed. I'm gonna be okay with this. Yes, there's nothing else I need to talk about. Actually, nope. Okay. Thanks for watching. Yeah. Hopefully that helps you get a bit more idea of how to anchor something just the way you want it, and have the orientation work for you too.